I started out by using the Adobe Scan app to scan a black and white drawing that I created. I used a Sharpie to outline the drawing, and then I scanned it with the Adobe Scan app, and that creates a PDF, which I put in my Google Drive. So I'm going to go opening it and then downloading it from Google Drive. Once I've downloaded it, it's a PDF. I can open it in Photopea, but I'm going to have to do something called rasterizing it. So, okay, here I am downloading it, and now it's in the downloads of my Chromebook, and now I'm going to go to Photopea, and I'm going to open it, and let's see, first I've got to go to the website Photopea. And I'm going to then go File, Open. And I'm going to open the scan, and now it's a PDF, and I have to do something called rasterizing it. Otherwise, I won't be able to work with it. So I go over to the Layer menu, right-click, and Rasterize. And I have to also unlock the layer. Now I do Edit, Select All, Select All, Edit Copy, and then I'm going to go over to my template for my scrolling background, and I'm going to do Edit Paste. So I'm going to open up my scrolling background, which is just a file that I'll give you that's about the right size to make a very stretched out background that I can use to scroll in an animation so the background looks like it's moving. But what happens, unfortunately, when I do Edit Paste is it's not the right size. And unlike Photoshop, when I resize it, I find that the edges have been cropped off when I pasted it in. So what I have to do is I actually have to resize it. Yep. See that I lost a lot of the image. So what I need to do is I'm going to go back to the original scan, and I'm going to have to rotate it, and I'm going to have to make it a lot smaller. So it took me a couple of tries to make it the correct size. I'll show you what I did. I go back to it, and I do Select All, Edit, Transform, Rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise, and then I did Edit, Select All, and then I did image size, and I changed the size of the height, and I clicked that little thing that connects the height to the width so that it would stay in proportion. So that's called the aspect ratio. When the height and width stay in proportion, it doesn't get stretched out. So I made it smaller. I went back over to paste it. I did Edit, Select All, Edit Copy, and I tried to paste it into the scrolling background. And unfortunately, I found that it was still too big, and that when I tried to resize it, parts of it were cropped off. So I had to go back again. I had to make it a lot smaller. See, when you resize it, nothing's visible that was cropped off the edge, which is different from Photoshop, where it would have still, all that information would have been preserved. So it's a little different in Photopea. So image size, and I'm going to make it even smaller. And once I've done that, I'm going to click the link to match the height and width so that it gets even smaller. Then Edit, Select All. Select All, Edit Copy, and then Edit Paste. And now that it's pasted in, I'm going to do Layer, Duplicate Layer. First, I'll move it all the way to the left. Layer, Duplicate Layer. And then once I've duplicated the layer, I'm going to do Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal. Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal. And then I'm going to use the Move tool to take my mirror image of the first layer, and I'll match the two of them up, and then I'm going to do Layer, Merge Down. So now it's all in one layer, and then I'm going to take that layer and duplicate that. So essentially, I'm going to have this long scroll of a background for my animation, but the background is actually going to repeat. I'm not going to put a lot of detail in or a lot of different things in the background. Instead, I'm going to just repeat the same houses over and over again, because the background just creates the setting for the character, but the character is really the focal point. So once I've compressed everything, then I can start to add color. But I did want to show you how you take a scan. I'm going to now export it as a PNG, and I'll put it into Google Drive. But I did want to show you how you can take a scan and turn it into a nice scrolling backdrop for an animation. The important thing is to rasterize the layer before you begin. Sometimes you'll find that the layers are separated because it reads some of your drawing as text. If that happens, you can just click flatten image, and it'll flatten it. Just go layer, flatten image, and then you'll have the image as a flat image, and you can rasterize it and work with it.